All right, I was doing some accessory work today because I was doing some bench stuff, and I realized that one of my favorite movements for pulling is the gorilla row. And so, because a lot of us are at home, well, all of us are at home, I guess, and we may have a pair of dumbbells, but we may not have a pull-up bar. It might be a little bit easier for me to show you what a gorilla row is because you get a lot of volume of pulling in that's really good on your back. As with instead of having to do lots of pull-ups. Generally, we do a lot of pressing anyway with overhead presses. I personally do a whole lot of pressing with benching because it's one of my favorite things to do. So I have to get, most people will say that your ratio of pulls to pushes should be about 2 pulls per 1 push, but it's very hard to get a lot of heavy pulls in. So you have to kind of go with volume. And so the other ratio I've heard is 3 pulls for every 2 pushes, 2 to 1, 3 to 2. You just want to get a whole lot of volume in. And so there's horizontal pulling and there's also vertical pulling, right? And so pull-ups are typically vertical, whereas if I'm pressing with a bench, it's a horizontal push. I probably want to get a lot of horizontal pulling in as well. The reason why is because all of our back muscles, right, are decelerators, and so they have to be big and they have to be stable in order for us to have proper posture. It also helps so we don't get so tight in our chest because we're doing so much pushing. So one of the movements I want to show you guys today is the gorilla row. So the gorilla row is basically a bent over row, but it's either used with most of the time kettlebells, but because we have a lot of dumbbells at home with pairs, I'm going to show you how to do it with dumbbells. So I'll show you guys 2 different views of how to do the gorilla rows. One thing you want to keep in mind is that you want to have the dumbbells underneath your body and not out in front of you. Your hands should actually be behind your shoulders. That way when you're pulling up, right, you're not pulling toward your shoulders. You need to keep your elbows back and in, so don't let your elbows flare out. And also, it is okay to twist just slightly, but I don't want a giant twist in your torso. So you really have to brace your core. Pull with one dumbbell, pull into below your chest. Roughly the handle should hit about the bottom of your rib cage or so, kind of depends. You'll have to bend over pretty far because the dumbbells are not as high as the kettlebell handles, but it's a great back exercise and you can do multiple reps. Get lots of volume in for your mid back, lots of pulling. So talk to you guys later.